Hi, Filza. I'm so glad to finally meeting you today, and it's really amazing to hear about your story. But before I do that, can you walk us through how your interest in public administration began from? I think it wasn't always there primarily, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Paula, for having me. After quite some struggles, we are finally doing this. So yeah, sure. Let me walk you through about my little bit of experience, whatever I have. So public administration was really not my field initially because I did my BBA, like bachelor's from Karachi, and then I was doing my MBA when I got my first job. That was primarily in finance.
Okay.
So I was working there, so that motivated me to do my MBA in finance. So I started with that. I was working there, quite happy with whatever I was doing for like couple of years. But during that journey, because I started from a tech company that was a fintech firm, that naturally molded my interest. I had made a lot of great friends and great colleagues over there. I was lunching with them, going out, hearing what their discussions were. So that really inspired me that, okay, this isn't something which really needs a CS degree maybe, and I can try doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, in fact, so when that happened, so naturally I was applying to new places, new opportunities, and eventually I got into another company, which was again fintech. It was a consulting oriented product management tech kind of a field that gave me the breakthrough into entire this public side and as well as the tech side of my career. So that happened. That there were big consulting projects that I was doing at that time, like national level projects. The consulting team that I was working with, it was of course private sector, but I got the first hand experience of working on the national level projects of fintech, like in Pakistan, in Kenya, Ethiopia. I was working virtually, so I had to meet a lot of teams. There were external consultants. There was World Bank team there as well. There was McKinsey team as well. So all of these consultants were there, and we were there as well. So that eventually gave me a breakthrough into the public administration and the tech side. And that eventually I kept switching jobs like into the
Yeah.
same field. So that's how that happened.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at your profile and I thought you have a broader background and you are now in administration. So, how is Indonesia? I know you are now doing your master's finally. Is this something that you wanted to do in the first place?
It's an interesting story actually for me. When I before joining actually my current program, I'm doing MA in economics from Indonesia. The university is called UIII, International Islamic University of Indonesia. So before that happened, I was actually primarily looking to fields that gave me a mixture of public development sector and also the tech side, like, business analytics courses, the data sciences courses, or I was primarily looking into courses that mix both. And
Okay.
in fact, I got into a lot of universities in the UK. I was just before the call, and in fact, I was mentoring some students, like some of the previous young students that I had. So I was just checking all my folders, and I, in fact, got through all the letters. I got into quite good universities in the UK, like Warwick, Essex, Kent. Some universities I got into were from Italy. I was primarily trying for University of Milan as well. That was a process that was, going in parallel with my current degree.
Yeah.
But but this process was actually it happened in a way that I wasn't even expecting. So the application process was very smooth. Everything was going. In fact, I forgot after applying, and they sent a recommendation letter email to my ex-boss. He's
Yeah.
now in Saudi. So they sent an email to him, and he messaged me that, okay, I have got this email. Do you want me to fill this? So I said, okay, yeah, let's do this. I mean, this is
Working
just
out.
something we should do. Yeah. So he did that, and after that, I got an interview call. And the interview day, I was, on my way from office to home, and I came back and I just had the interview, which was quite fine. I mean, it happened. And then after a few months, they sent me, okay, you have gotten into this, and it's a fully funded scholarship. So it was quite a unique thing for me because I wasn't primarily targeting this, but this was going in parallel to other
Yeah.
programs, and there were certain hiccups going in the other programs, the visa issues, the funding issues, and everything. So
Yeah.
that's how this.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you are actually finally maybe could you walk us through how this program is, how it will help serve anyone who is considering this program, that master's in economics, and this is in Indonesia. What kind of demographic do they focus on, for example?
Sure. So the program is MA in economics, and it's quite I would say it's a mix of a foundational program as well as advanced things. So initially, I did not have a very heavy background in economics,
Yeah,
but I did have a good quantitative side because I did MBA in finance, and like it was quite heavy on me.
yeah,
So I learned a lot of quant side of the
yeah,
degree. So MA in economics, it's quite a good program. There are like a lot of teachings that I do over there. There are a lot of a lot of things that what professors taught us. I validated it from other peers who are in other countries, and a lot of things are similar, definitely. So it's quite a rich program in terms of what they are teaching. But I would say, or I would recommend to anyone that I personally am a person who never relies solely on the degree program. So I
yeah,
do my own things like side by side. I did some boot camps on data analytics. I was doing some boot camps to learn data sciences and AI side by side. Like in the morning, I'm
yeah.
doing taking all the classes, and in the night, I'm just taking all the boot camps that are on. So I have not solely relied on the degree on any
Yeah.
part of our academic journey.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
I think, let me be honest here, the market is sometimes just one small part of your study abroad experience. We actually, all of us, for better, we never relied on the academic, and I think you pretty much covered this very well, that if you do that, you will miss out the other maybe free opportunities around you as well. So looking at the,
Exactly.
yeah, looking at the
And
faculty here, and I think you want to add one more thing here.
yeah, sure, definitely. So you said that how is Indonesia like in cultural, how it's a cultural perspective and how I have been coping with this sudden change into my life that happened the last year. I think it was a very good decision. After I got in like there, I reached there and I spent a few months adjusting and everything. Uh, Most of the people coming over Indonesia are from the global south. Like people are coming from Nepal, people are coming from Afghanistan, people are there from Yemen. Uh, yes, and people are there from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Tanzania, from like this African side. So the mix is very different from what you would expect in a Western
Yeah,
country, I would say. So, when I have conversations with them, I can definitely relate and I can learn a lot from the people about the global South region. So that was the best thing I would say is because after classes, like we are traveling, going to other cities, seeing the Indonesian culture as well. They have like six official religions. So you get a flavor of wherever you go. Like there are Muslims, there are Christians, you get the Indian flavor, like Buddhist, like there are a lot of Buddhist tourist attractions. So you get to see a lot of different cultural mix, which is
yeah.
quite enriching, to be very honest. Yeah.
I think you remember talking about this, that when you are looking into the country or destination for your study abroad program, sometimes it also helps to just focus on yourself. What do you need? What is your heart asking you to do that? And I know
Yeah.
you had to struggle a bit here. We all do, honestly. Very few of us get into a program and the first attempt or maybe get the funding, but always question back your heart that maybe this country is meant for me. I need this environment. I need this calmness, or maybe I don't need intensive, rigorous, cutthroat program. Maybe it's not for me. So I think you mentioned that it's better to keep moving forward, and you just kind of share your thought behind that.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. And I really agree with the fact that you need to keep moving forward because throughout the journey, like it stayed with me for 3 years. I was trying to go abroad for 3 years, 3 good years. So I
Yeah,
was applying to different programs, and none of them was working due to one reason or another. But this one, it was just happening very naturally. So there
yeah.
were some signs, the signs of the nature as well, that things were things kept moving forward without any issues. The visa process, the funding process, everything was happening. But yes, I would definitely say that time is money, definitely. When I
Yeah,
was applying, everybody said that, why are you going for a second master's? Because I already had one. So in fact, I also thought about it, why not a PhD at this stage and why a second master's degree? But when this happened, I was like, I think I should take this opportunity because I was in my career for like good 6 years, 6+ years at that time. And I didn't find any reason to wait for another opportunity to pop up. I was just like, okay, let this is happening. And it's not that it's a new country. I was a little bit afraid because I haven't thought about Indonesia. Maybe if I have thought about it, then it
Yeah.
wouldn't be such a shock. So yeah, I was like, okay, that's fine. If it has happened, let's go and
Uh,
let's see what is happening over there. So
yeah.
that I just gave it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it, you were kind of understanding the times around you, but also like, oh, I didn't imagine myself being in Indonesia, but maybe this is better for me because God plans better than we plan. We're just planning, but God is definitely planning here. And on that note, I'm so glad it's kind of worked out for you because going back to academia or just kind of being a student again, it's so important for the next thing that you want to do in your career, maybe. Can you brainstorm with me? What is your next plan looking like?
This is a mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next plan is definitely once I complete my degree the next year, uh, I'm planning for two things. The first is when I come back. In fact, I've already started preparing for applying for the PhD programs because that's what I eventually wanted to do always. So I, in fact, took one of the workshops that you delivered, if you remember,
Yeah.
for that. So yeah, one plan is to apply for the PhD programs, in fact, and in between, if I get some time after coming back, I'll be looking forward to jump into some, temporary or contractual projects because I think I would have little space in between the two. I don't know whatever happens in that time frame in terms of career, but yes, when I come back, I would be working and I would also be applying. I have already started for my preparation for applying for the PhD programs.
Okay. I wish you would luck. And yes, I remember you were there for the workshop, which I'm really glad about. What is your main like during your master? If I have to kind of go away from the economic market program and look down into the website more clearly, were you able to do something during the program that you thought you might not be doing and it worked out in a way that, oh, this is my area of research interest. I'm finally coming to that. What is the flexibility there?
Uh, Sorry, Paula, I think the last
Yeah,
part that you said was
what is your
missing.
program flexibility like? Do they allow you to work on any area of topic for your final project or anything?
Yeah. So in terms of the final thesis we'll be having in like the next year, they are quite flexible. We have some electives that we had to take. So I mainly am interested into development side. So I have taken those electives related to
Okay.
the development sector because when I jumped into tech side and the product side that you mentioned, that is primarily related to what I'm studying in economics, and I'm trying to keep my focus into towards a very niche area, to be
Yeah.
very honest, into the public development side, be it tech or the government tech or the digital innovation part, but everything has to do with the public systems built on tech, like the baseline is tech, and the public systems are over there. And these are my primary focus. And the university is very open about it. In fact, in terms of choosing the supervisors, they are open to having external supervisors as well. If you know someone in the field, then you can choose them and take your approval from the university board. And we'll be having our thesis like in a team of three. Like there will be a team of three supervisors maybe
Hey,
because
nice.
my focus is into that. So yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready for your teachers now?
That is a question. That is a $1 million question. It's giving me, although we have to do it like for next semester, we don't have to start writing it. Like we have to do the proposal part, but it's giving
Okay.
me anxiety.
Yeah, the picture so far has really resonated with me because currently, what with the climate in the United States and maybe in other countries in the Western world, if you have to if you have to look back at your life, more like a personal reflection, what comes to your mind?
Um, so if I look back, I would say that despite being from a very diverse academic background and trying to link how my career is related to my academic degree, I would say whatever choices I have made in my academic like life and my career, they have well resonated for me, and I now have the strength to, combine them and keep moving forward into that same field that I have now decided for me.
Yeah.
And apart from that, if I look back, to my choice of university in a different country, which doesn't usually come to people's mind, like Indonesia is usually not everyone's first option, or maybe any Asian side. I would say it was a great choice because culturally, I have loved living in Indonesia. I've loved exploring that country, not only in terms of a culture, but I would say the university that I am in and other universities. In fact, we go to other cities and we visit other universities as well. They are really, really good universities, and the faculty coming in, they are like quite well qualified and well trained. So they know what they are doing. The city that I am in fact, they have the other university, which is University of Indonesia. It is a top university of Indonesia. And
Yeah,
you go meet people over there, and the faculty is like pretty much same who are teaching in UI and my university, which is UIII. So I would say it was a very good decision in terms of both academic side and the choice of the country. So I
yeah,
would definitely recommend anyone who is looking forward to come to the Asian universities, be it Indonesia or Malaysia, I would say. So they have good potential, and you will enjoy here a lot. So I would definitely recommend.
yeah. I think my next trip is gonna be over to you. Maybe in the fall, I'm definitely coming to your place.
You are most welcome. Like I love to show you around because so far I've visited 5 cities, and the plan is to go back and visit a bit
Um,
more because every city you go, it's so far spread around that the culture you will find everywhere is very somehow different from the other place. So you
yeah,
see Jakarta like a full urban city, metropolitan
um,
city. But if you go to any other city like Bali or maybe some other city which is more into the West Java or some other province, they are quite
yeah.
different, and you will find it lovely. It's so tropical. It rains a lot. You will find it lovely.
Yeah, I like tropical countries and I like that calmness, that body of water around me and just be like, oh, get in touch with nature again while I'm doing my studies as well. But when you need to take a break, you'll be around this place all the time. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you, Filza, and I know we have been in touch over the years. But just to hear when you told me you are in Indonesia, believe me, I was very happy for you. And I wish you all the best for your PhD, inshallah, one day.
Thank you so much, Paula. And it's lovely to have this conversation with you. And thank you so much for whatever help you have done to me, like given
Yeah,
to me in this
yeah.
journey.
Okay. Thank you very much.